Imagine that you can take a pill that lowers your blood pressure, cuts your stress hormones by 15%, boosts your immune system for up to 30 days, sharpens your focus, and makes you sleep better at night. Yeah, we're not talking about pill, we're talking about forest. Let's talk about what's actually happening when you walk under those trees. First thing that happens when you enter a forest, your nervous system starts to calm down. A landmark study out of Chiba University in Japan tracked people who spent time walking in forest environments versus city environments at 12 to 15% lower cortisol levels, lower heart rate, and lower blood pressure, all measurable within minutes of entering the woods. Why? Two things. One is sensory. The sounds, the filtered light, the softness of natural textures. Your brain isn't constantly scanning for threats the way it does in urban environments. But the second reason is a bit more interesting. Trees produce these compounds called phytoncides, basically airborne chemicals they release to protect themselves from bacteria, fungi, and insects. Think of it as the forest immune system broadcasting into the air. When you breathe them in, something wild happens to your immune system. Dr. Quinn Lee at Nippon Medical School ran studies where participants spent 2 to 3 days in the forest. After the trip, their levels of natural killer NK cells, white blood cells that fight viruses and tumors, went up by 50%, and that boost lasted for more than 30 days. 50% for 1 month from a walk in the woods. Lee's follow-up research even showed that simply diffusing Hinoki cypress oil, one of the key phytoncides, in a hotel room produced similar NK cell effects. Your lungs are basically absorbing the forest's chemistry. There's a theory called attention restoration theory developed by Rachel and Stephen Kaplan at the University of Michigan. The idea is that modern life burns through what they call directed attention, the focused, effortful kind your brain uses when you're working, scrolling, making decisions, and it runs out. But natural environments engage what they call involuntary attention. Your brain is gently absorbed in the environment without effort. That's restoration. The mental tank refills. Then there's the rumination piece, that loop of negative, repetitive thoughts that's closely tied to depression and anxiety. A Stanford study found that people who walked in nature for 90 minutes showed significantly lower neural activity in the subgenual prefrontal cortex, the exact brain region linked to rumination, compared to those who walked in an urban setting. The forest is literally quieting the part of your brain that spirals. And then there are the cardiovascular stuff. A meta-analysis published in Environmental Research, pulling data from 20 studies across multiple countries, found that spending time in forests was associated with significantly reduced blood pressure, both systolic and diastolic, and lower pulse rates. Japan took this seriously enough that forest therapy is now an official government-backed healthcare practice, with 62 certified therapy trails across the country, and doctors who prescribe forest walks as part of treatment plans. So it's not alternative medicine there, it's just medicine. And one of the most underrated benefits, forests dramatically improve sleep. When you're outside in natural light, especially in the morning, your circadian rhythm gets properly calibrated. But forest environments add another layer. The physical fatigue from walking, the reduction in cortisol, and the mental decompression all stack together. A study published in Sleep Medicine Reviews found that green space exposure was strongly associated with improved sleep duration and quality, and that the stress buffering effect of nature was one of the key mechanisms driving it. And also the good news, the dose can be low. Research suggests that just 120 minutes per week in nature is the threshold where health benefits become significant and consistent. That's a paper published in Scientific Reports with data from 20,000 people, 2 hours a week. So that's like 17 minutes a day. You don't need to go deep into the wilderness. Even urban parks count. A tree-lined trail counts. The research just needs you near trees, away from hard surfaces and constant noise. The bottom line, we have spent a lot of time and money trying to engineer our way to better health, supplements, apps, devices. Yet the forest has been there the whole time, and it works. So just get outside.